Hey, in my last video, we talked about the killer of dreams comparisons and how we know that we're not to compare ourselves to others, because if we do, then we can fall into the trap of where we compare a fish ourselves with a monkey, others, and its ability to climb a tree. As I was saying in my last video, something we need to bear in mind is also the fact of not comparing ourselves to others, but it's when we compare ourselves to ourselves. Now, I know a lot of gurus and all of the experts tell you that, we don't compare ourselves to other people, we compare ourselves to ourselves. That, I compare myself today to who I was yesterday and see whether I'm making an improvement or anything's getting better. Now, from a point of view of self-reflection, that's great. But from a point of view of self-comparison, especially one which comes with judgment, it's actually, in the words of Admiral Akbar, it's a trap. And the reason is this: because true self-reflection doesn't have any element of judgment, any element of shame, any element of embarrassment, or any element of guilt attached to it. And that's so true. Now, the problem is that as we grow old, or maybe circumstances change, and we're comparing to ourselves, which was better. Say, for example, you know, I put on weight, and because I put on weight, I no longer can lift 100 kg. But because I used to be able to do it when I was younger, even like 2 or 3 months ago, I'm comparing myself to that, and because it's taking me ages to get back to that weight, or it's something I'm never going to be able to do again, I am feeling shameful, embarrassing, and negativity is thrown into the whole thing, which is not great. Now, the thing about self-comparison, when it's got an element of shame, judgment attached to it, it can lead us down the rabbit hole, which leads to things we don't really want to get into, like addiction, depression, and even suicidal thoughts. So if you're not feeling joyful, you're not feeling happiness at the moment, what I'll suggest is ask yourself whether you are taking time to actually truly self-reflect, or whether it's in the guise of self-comparison or self-criticism tainted with judgment. Okay? What I'll suggest you do instead